What's happening there, Reject Nation? Greg and John here today. So I was gone this morning and most of the early part of the afternoon, but this trailer came out and then I put out on the community post 3 different trailers that dropped. Which one should we cover? And by very overwhelming popular vote, it was this one. Red Notice starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
We both do a great Israeli accent.
That was awful. All right, let's check this out. We only got a few minutes to do this because we have to do an interview with Andy Lee from Marshall Club, and Shang-Chi plays a death dealer in that. Let's do it.
Special Agent John Hartley, FBI.
Dwayne Johnson, every movie.
I have this charming delivery to everyone.
Every heist. Now that you've been tagged with red notices, you've become the world's most wanted criminals.
Oh, cool.
You're the only one who can bring you in.
Where'd you get that jacket? It's a statement piece. Somewhere there's a very nude cow whispering. Worth it.
Wow.
Looking for something specific or just browsing?
You're under arrest.
Oh my god. Read the room.
You wanna arrest me? Arrest me.
I just want the
I will help you.
teamwork.
Team. It feels weird in my mouth.
Damn, the stunts in this.
Yeah.
Hello, Mars.
What the hell? What?
Yes.
We're not work wives. We're not any kind of wives.
Man wives.
We both know that this whole thing is going to end with you in handcuffs.
Promises. Promises.
They remade the BVS scene.
Can't stop that Snyder cut.
Whoa.
Bye-bye, Agent John Hartley.
Well, that looks fun.
They putting his name front and center.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Here's the instant thought that I had. The instant thought. It looks like every one of their franchises slapped into one movie. Like the popular action comedy franchises from Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson, and then there are parts of here from Gal Gadot that feel straight up not Wonder Woman but Diana Prince.
Yeah.
You know, like
artifacts and yeah,
working at the
badass.
Louvre.
Yeah, exactly.
So many of those qualities, and then like the comedic banter that you're gonna get. Like that is the most. Once you tell me Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson are in a movie together, the first thing I'm gonna think is, oh, comedy banter. Them having to team up, but they're probably not really gonna get along, but they're really gonna get along, you know. And that's kind of the flair that we got here. I didn't really get a full sense for what the tone is because they have this like remix of the Notorious song over it that's probably edited out of this video so we don't get copyright claim by the music companies. But they have that flair over it, and it seemed like it was trying to have like the cool, slick vibe, but it also, the scenes that they were like when the music wasn't going seemed to go all for comedy.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
there's some like tonal inconsistencies in the marketing. I'm not saying it's the movie or the overall marketing, but yeah, there was something about the tone that wasn't specifically clear to me, or maybe it's meant to be a variety of all those things. like their respective franchises that they're all in.
I mean, there is a certain amount of Hollywood mathematics you can kind of feel from this because it does feel like you took 3 individual starring vehicles and then smashed them all together. But, you know, I mean, the scope and scale looks fun. The camera work looks very sort of fluid and expressive. So this looks like it has a lot of energy. And parts of it almost made me think of like, and I don't know if this is a weird take, but especially with Dwayne Johnson, I was like, I can see him almost inching slightly towards maybe a more Guy Ritchie place in the future, playing those kinds of characters, those kinds of like gruff, but not necessarily like the biggest action stunt guys, even though this does look like it will go into huge action stunts.
Yes.
So I'm not saying he's there yet, but you know, like that kind of was a neat little note for me to catch, because I was like, oh, maybe this will be kind of where The Rock heads in the future. But for right now, I mean, this just looks like three personalities we like a lot doing a whole lot of action stuff.
I mean, honestly, I don't need a trailer for it. If you tell me you got these three actors in a movie, I'm immediately going to assume what the genre is, and I'm going to assume the kind of film we're going to get. And this is pretty much it. This is almost exactly what I would imagine them to do, and I don't consider that a bad thing. I wouldn't expect them to go for the heavy. The one that looks like they're doing something a little bit more refreshing would have to be Gal Gadot, because Gal Gadot is like the antagonist character here. I thought it was going to be like they team up or something, and maybe there is some ultimate team up thing to happen, but it still is this cat and mouse game that they have going on. So she seems to have a little bit of that devilish grin throughout, and you know, it's like with her. It's like, oh, come on, guys. This looks like Hobbs and Shaw, Gal Gadot, and Fast and Furious, and Diana Prince. And it looks like Skyscraper. Looks like Rampage.
Looks like
Hitman's Bodyguard. Yeah, it looks like all these. It looks like Underground 6.
Yeah.
It's got some Jungle Cruise player in it. It's got like all their franchises slapped into one. And so I'm actually so curious about what the collaborative process was behind the scenes, because Ryan Reynolds is known to have a bit of creative control when he is in a starring vehicle. Dwayne Johnson, same exact thing, known to have some creative control. And they seem to get along really well behind the scenes. Ryan Reynolds even has like a little role in Hobbs and Shaw, and they like talk on social media publicly a lot, so I imagine they talk behind the scenes a lot. So I do wonder what the collaborative process was ultimately like who was real alpha on set for all this. I imagine it'd be Dwayne Johnson.
They cap it off with written and directed by Rawson, Marshall, Thurber, and I'm like,
who worked with Dwayne Johnson on Skyscraper.
But I'm like, how much of that was you writing and directing this versus you just taking Ryan Reynolds and The Rock's ideas and then incorporating your own when there was space for it?
I mean, the way the action is directed feels similar to the Skyscraper stuff.
Absolutely.
There was nothing in the action that felt entirely unique, and that's something that I would hope this movie does deliver on. Like, even like the coolest money shots, I feel like I've seen in other stuff. When the more ridiculous it gets, the more crazy it gets, that's the stuff I'm most appealed to currently. Because, like, when, I don't know, they're like some like gladiator coliseum, and there's like an animal, like, what the hell's going on here?
Doing a full run or something like
it's so
that.
weird, yeah.
Being matadors right now.
Yeah, I want a trailer that doesn't try to be as like super cool and edgy as this trailer was trying to do. I just want something that lets you just hang out with the cast, because I feel like that's what we're all going to show up for more than anything else. Is just we want to hang out with this cast.
We want to hang out and see some cool action every 10 minutes.
Yeah. But guys, what did you think about the trailer? Thank you guys for voting for this. This is fun, and I'm definitely going to watch it. We're most likely going to do a reaction to it as well. Comes out in November. I'm excited for it. I really am. Really excited for it. Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button. Thank you so much for voting for this one. And hey, we'll catch you guys soon. Gotta shout out Maria Hammond, because she sent this to us in the mail. Look at that. My goodness, I am still so in awe of what she had developed for us. There's a whole story with her having to like find the right photos, take it to them. She didn't like it. She said, tear it down and redo it.
What is this garbage?
Start over from scratch.
I know what I hate, and I hate this.
But she brought this to life, and it feels so lived in. It really is like, it doesn't look like just fan art. It feels like we're really like, oh wait, yeah, we were guest stars in Rick and Morty.
That's right.
It feels
you
like
all
that.
Remember that?
So Maria, thank you so much. I love the hell out of this photo so much. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, my dear.